every year on the live stage, we look forward to partnering with TVB to hear how auto dealers can connect with their customers and their potential car buyers as well.
Today we're going to chat with Steve Lanzano from TVB. Steve is a 30-plus year veteran of media agencies and is currently in his 11th year leading TVB.
And TVB itself is now in its 17th year of partnering with the Ad Council as well as the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration on various projects, and they've been a very long-time partner with NADA. All right, everyone, we have Steve Lanzano of TVB here with us. Nice to see you. Steve, how are you?
Hey, Madison, how are you doing?
For the folks that don't know, can you tell us a little bit about what you do for TVB?
I oversee the TVB. We're the trade association that represents all the local broadcast stations across the United States. So all your local affiliates of ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox are my clients.
All right, Steve, how was 2020 for you and your team?
It's been an interesting year. You know, we travel a lot, and unfortunately, we can't travel. So using every type of Zoom, BlueJean, and whatever other service to be able to get the information that dealers need, doing webinars, doing one-on-ones, whatever it takes, that they can get the newest research out there and use that in order to move cars.
Very true. And what success did you have in getting that message out there?
It's working out very well, better than I thought. I'll be honest with you. I was a little nervous, but it worked out much better than I thought. And we've been able to, as best you can, nothing beats face-to-face, but as best we can, we've been able to provide the information that they need.
All right, Steve, and if there's one thing you want dealers to know, what would that be?
Sure. I mean, the three biggest areas that I've been asked and provide information on is what's happening with media usage, especially television usage. What's going on in terms of should I continue to advertise? And then lastly, I'm doing more business in terms of digital retail. What influences people to go to the web and go to my site? And so those are the things that we've been providing. To give you some data points here, Nielsen just came out with their newest study, and this is an overall study regarding people's media usage and especially video usage. And what they found are people are watching more TV. Actually, if they watch 5.5 hours of video, they watch over 4.5 hours of live and time-shifted television. They watch about, and one of the things they did learn is that people aren't using their phones anymore to watch video, and that's what happened with Quibi, right? Nobody's watching. I'm on my big screen TV. I'm working remotely. I have an opportunity to watch more, and what we think is going to happen, and we're seeing with some of the numbers, is that as we move forward, and more people are going to work remotely, even after we get out of this. That those numbers should sustain themselves, maybe not at the level that they were when they were up 40 or 50%, but probably sustain themselves 10 to 15%. Now, the next question I get is that's overall. What about car buyers? Car buyers actually watch more TV, 5.5 hours of television. And that's from a GfK study that was in the field at late November, early December. So they're actually watching even more TV. And then the next question I get is, okay, but we're doing a lot more in terms of selling, retail digital selling. What influences them? Well, GfK also asked that question. And what they found is that 57% of the people, average, said that, yeah, watching TV drives me to the web. 72%, of the people who are actually in the market to buy a car said that what drove them to the web was a television commercial. And then the most important thing I've gotten from the beginning of the pandemic to now is, should I continue to advertise? I mean, are people really in the Mac? Is there demand? What happens if I advertise? I'm going to read your quote. And Marketing Sciences did a study. And what they found, that you should continue to advertising. In fact, and I'll quote them, cutting advertising doesn't freeze the brand's position in the market, but rather begins an immediate substantial downward trend in demand. And in fact, what they found, they did a whole study, even leading up to the pandemic, of any event or any recessionary times. And what happened if people continue to advertise? Well, not only did they see a 5% increase in market share, they saw a 5 times increase in market share versus the average. But the real number that really shot up is over a 200% increase in sales in many cases after that event ended. And that's why it's so important. There are short-term and there are long-term benefits to continue advertising.
Thank you so much for joining us, Steve. Talk to you later. TVB is a producing partner with Virtual NADA Live Stage, and we greatly appreciate their support.
It was so great to see you, Steve. We look forward to seeing you again soon.